Peace and blessings. My name is G.S. Brooks from the Atlas Movement, and I'm reporting from Cape Town, South Africa. And just yesterday, I want to speak on this because just yesterday I just watched a video by Hassan Campbell, and he was talking about a comrade of mine, or a colleague, um, that I know named Peter Rullock, and he was talking about the differences between uh, Pistol P from the Terror Squad and Pistol P from the Sex Money Murder Blood Gang set. And I got much love for Pistol P from, Sex Money Murder. I met him on Rikers. Actually, I met him in court um, around 1995, 1996. And we hit it off quite well. At first we didn't know who each other was, and it was about to be some static between him and I. But then when we spoke, and he found out that we was both in the same building, we was in OBCC at the time, and I know about him because mad people was calling him, and I would hear them over the window, and vice versa. He knew about me because when I go out to the yard, mad dudes was calling me, so he knew about my name. So when we ended up in the pen together and we had the conversation, it was real genuine love, you know. But uh, as much as I enjoyed hearing his name and hearing about him, being spoke on and seeing his picture, you know, I realized that we glorify all of the wrong things, right, in our communities. We talking about how much Peter Rullock or Pistol P was a killer and how many people he killed, um, and vice versa, talking about the other Pistol P from the Terror Squad and how thorough he was and how much work he put in. But who was we really putting in that work on? And I'm including myself in this whole spectrum, right? Because we glorify, you know, uh, being violent in our community and against our own people. We glorify that, right? We glorify being a drug dealer and selling drugs to our own, community and stringing our own people out, right? And I think that we need to take a seat back and really analyze what we're admiring, what we're looking up to. Going to the days of looking up to people that were freedom fighters, like the Black Panther Party of Self-Defense, like the Black Liberation Army, right? And even in South Africa, the Zulu tribe, right? The ANC that fought and died, for people to have freedom, right? Now we are glorifying, our own people that has done a great harm to our people, and we look at freedom fighting and fighting for justice as lame. What does that say about us? And what kind of direction are we going as a people mentally? You know what I mean? Spiritually. I fell victim to that myself, right? And while I realized that at a point we needed to be able to have courage to know that we were capable of fighting and capable of going against somebody that was doing us harm. I believe that we turned the violence in on ourselves and ultimately just turned our communities into war zones, turned our friends and families into enemies, right? And when are we going to shake that? When are we going to get out of that mental state of stagnation where all we glorify is the harm that we've done to our own people, right? It's the chaos that we create, it's the bloodshed, that stains the streets of our own people, right? And this is not to say that we need to be shedding blood on somebody else or some other people. This is just a self-analysis on what the fuck we glorify, right? A lot of my friends is well known. You know, I'm even known in certain places and spaces. Uh, but we're well known for all of the wrong reasons. Uh, we need to get it together, man. You know, this is just a little reflection. So, my name is J.S. Brooks of the At Risk Movement, and I approve this message. One.